Welcome back to In Focus Kentucky. On this episode, we're bringing awareness to the summer food service program that provides Kentucky's children with free breakfast and lunch while school is out of session. And joining me now to discuss how the Jefferson County Public School System is handing out free summer meals throughout Louisville and Jefferson County is Tarina Eddington, Assistant Director of School and Community Nutrition Services for JCPS. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and share with us a little bit about the work that you do with the school system and your role with this keeping track of nutrition for the students.
I am the Assistant Director for School and Community Nutrition Services for Jefferson County Public Schools. The main responsibilities of my position is program compliance and implementation. So my job is to basically review the guidelines for programs that we operate, and we operate all child nutrition programs that we are eligible for at Jefferson County, and then develop the procedures and processes to make sure that we're optimizing those opportunities for our students.
Now let's talk about this summer food service program and the work that's going on over in Jefferson County public school systems. Is this limited just for students that go to the schools in the school system?
Oh, absolutely not. We will feed any child 18 years of age or younger that comes into one of our open sites. So if you have friends or cousins visiting from out of town in Jefferson County, please by all means bring them with you. We're glad to serve any child that arrives at one of our sites.
And how do you all plan for that?
We work very closely with our community partners. We have a meeting every year with other sponsors that are within Jefferson County so that we can identify locations where we plan to have sites and where we had sites the previous year. And then we can identify areas in our county that are being underserved, and then we can look to expand feeding sites in those locations in our district. That was one of the things that really brought about our mobile feeding program. We met with community partners and with other sponsors that were currently serving summer feeding meals in our district. And a lot of times when people think of Jefferson County, they automatically think downtown Louisville. But we also have some very rural areas in our district as well that don't have community centers. They don't have common areas where people can congregate, and students live very far from their schools, and it's just too far for them to walk to that location. And mobile feeding came about as a way for us to be able to serve those students. And that's when we developed our bus stop cafes, which are essentially mobile cafeterias. They're air conditioned. They're a fun, clean environment where kids can get cooled down and get on the bus and have a nutritious meal. So we have found that to be very successful in reaching those students.
And on that note, the mobile dining, but also the retired school bus that you just mentioned, how effective has it been going out through various parts of the county?
Those have been extremely effective. Our mobile feeding program, I truly believe, is one of the reasons why we have been able to expand over the past several years and reach more of the children in our community. We have 2 mobile bus stop cafes, and then we also run 2 refrigerated trucks. The trucks we use at locations that have picnic tables, shelters, or apartment complexes where they have a community room where students can eat in out of the weather in the heat. And then we can use our bus stop cafes in locations that don't have that. We used to just have summer feeding in our school locations and try to get the students to come in during the summer to those, but we found it's much more effective to find out where the kids already are and then provide meals where they're at. And we get great leads from community members, teachers, from even our own nutrition service employees of, oh, there's a group of kids in this park, and we'll go and look into it, and then we'll say, hey kids, come back in a couple of days, we're going to start serving meals here at this time. And that's been extremely effective in taking the meals to where the kids are. We've also branched out into community centers, churches, and worked really closely with the partners in the community and stakeholders in our community to make sure that our kids are being served during the summer.
And since you are within the school system and working pretty closely with the different students, what is some of the reaction from those students? What do you hear from the kids? And are they aware of the program that's in place?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, we are always trying to get the word out, and we really appreciate you inviting me here today so that I can help to do that. But we also have something called NutriSlice in addition to what Kathy Gallagher spoke about with the texting ability. We do NutriSlice in our district where parents can go online onto our district website and they can enter their address and it will tell them where all the feeding locations are near them and provide them with the menu that's available. Every year we do the Pegasus Parade, which is a wonderful opportunity. And we have kids shouting from the sides of the street and parents, "That's my bus, I eat on that bus." And it's a wonderful feeling. And we always invite managers and the state agency partners to definitely participate in that with us. And parents will call us and say, thank you for this program. When we do the Pegasus preview event, and kids can come on the bus and we can talk to parents about the fact that we have these feeding sites, not just the mobile ones, but also places that might be near them. We have parents come up and thank us and encourage us, and that's a wonderful feeling. So we're really excited about that and encouraged to keep on expanding by those positive comments from the community.
Now, how many meals were served in 2017, and then what are you projecting for this year?
We served 295,000 meals last summer, and that's pretty great considering it was just 2 months. And this year our goal is to serve over 300,000 meals. That's our goal, and we're really hoping to reach that. We have one of our biggest barriers is rain, and we have had 11 days of rain in June. But we're not letting that deter us. So we're still expanding. We've added 2 new sites recently, and the state agency has been wonderful to help us to get those sites approved very quickly when we identify areas where we could possibly feed kids and get those implemented and started up.
And what's the approval process for determining which sites are allowed versus which may not be allowed?
We try every avenue possible in order to qualify a site. We can do a site based on the number of free or reduced students enrolled in the closest school. We can use census data. We can also, if it is a program going on in a location that is a closed site, we can get the free and reduced information for those students that are attending that program and hopefully qualify that as a site based on that information. And then if we have a site where we can't qualify it, we always call on the state agency to make sure there wasn't something we haven't missed, and they're always wonderful to help us work through that process.
And you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but when these sites are open, can people just literally just show up, or is there an enrollment process, or how does that work?
Any open site, any child 18 years of age or younger can show up. We do have 2 different menus in Jefferson County. At our school locations where we have full kitchens, refrigeration, and we have that available equipment, those are called our cafe sites, and we offer hot entree sites where we have pizza and cheeseburgers and corn dogs, and we did the menu based on the kids' feedback. This is what I like, this is what I want to eat. And of course, because we also operate the National School Lunch Program, those items are oftentimes whole grain, low fat, very healthy, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables are available, and of course milk is available to the students. So it's a very nutritious meal that they can just show up, and we're glad to see them. And then we have our express meals that are produced at our Nutrition Service Center that have things like fresh sandwiches with fresh fruits and vegetables and milk in those that we use on our mobile routes, or we use at places that don't have the kitchen facilities that is needed to do the hot meal.
And are there set times for breakfast and lunch throughout the week?
Yes, there are set times for breakfast and lunch throughout the week. You can go either, you can do the texting that Kathy spoke about before, or you can also go on to NutriSlice or call our office at 485-3186, and that's area code 502-485-3186, and we're happy to look it up for you and let you know what times that we'll be serving at those locations. We have people come out in the community that talk about gardening. We do all types of enrichment type activities because it's fun, and also because it kind of helps to keep their minds working during the summer months, and in hopes that that kind of aids in that learning process and helps them to retain some of that they've gotten during the school year.
And as we get closer towards the end of this year's program, looking towards 2019, any goals in mind to kind of enhance this program?
Absolutely. Our biggest goal for 2019 is we want to get a food truck so that we can offer those hot meals mobily and not just the express meals, although our express meals are wonderful. We want to expand that, and then we can use that food truck for our National School Lunch Program during the school year. So we're very excited about that and have started that process.
Well, Tarina, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on what you are doing over at Jefferson County Public Schools.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, thanks so much for watching In Focus Kentucky. There are many ways to keep up with updates about this show. You can watch this or any of our past shows online at SpectrumInFocus.com, and you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search at Mario Anderson TV. Have a great week.